The Dino De Laurentiis 1985 sword and sorcery adventure, Red Sonja, arrives on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Studio Canal. Red Sonja was Brigitte Nielsen's first lead role, however she took a back seat for the marketing of the movie at the time, as the film was heavily promoted as an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, despite him only having a supporting role. The film is a straight-up Conan the Barbarian wannabe, but ultimately fails to match both its spectacle and story. In addition to Arnold Schwarzenegger, we also have his barbarian co-star Sandahl Bergman playing the villain. Despite its flaws, it is a somewhat enjoyable cheesy 80s fantasy. So is this one worth picking up? This one comes in a standard Amaray case with a cardboard outer slipcover. We have newly commissioned artwork on the front of the case by Renato Cesaro, giving Brigitte Nielsen the main focus this time. Inside we have a 4K disc and the regular blue. Both film and extras are on each disc, which is always good. The film runs for 89 minutes and is presented in its original aspect ratio of 2:3:5:1, with standard HDR and Dolby Vision, although strangely there's no mention of Dolby Vision on any of the packaging or the disc itself. Audio-wise, we have a 5.1 DTS master track. Prior to the film starting, we are greeted by a message informing us that the film may contain historical attitudes that may cause offence to some. I assume this is regarding the depiction of violence and attitudes towards women. Following that, we have a screen detailing the transfer. This is a welcome addition, as often none of this is ever mentioned. Picture-wise, Red Sonja has always seemed to be a bit of a dull-looking experience. However, this 4K restoration does seem to brighten things up a bit and give the film a bit of life. Scenes with special effects seem to be slightly softer looking, as with many other films of this period, due to the compositing. However, this largely goes unnoticed, unless you go looking for it. Grain-wise, there is a fine, well-balanced layer. However, it's not overly intrusive and it does allow detail to shine. The audio seems to be taken from a previous release and isn't much to write home about at all. One of the best parts of this movie is Ennio Morricone's score, which stands loud and proud. Dialogue is crisp and clear. However, the 5.1 mix does seem a little bit lifeless, and with very little noticeable separation and use of the rear channels. Extras wise, we have a great documentary here about Renato Cesaro's poster art, and also a gallery of photos showing the various stages of the new art for this release. Other special features include an older documentary, Schwarzenegger the Man Who Raised Hollywood, and a short making of featurette, in addition to both the theatrical trailer and the Studio Canal trailer for the 4K restoration. It's worth noting that both of the documentaries are largely not in English, however there are subtitles for the non-English speaking parts. So, final thoughts. It seems that Studio Canal have done a great job with the restoration of Red Sonja. The only weak point here is the lack of separation and immersion in the 5.1 track. That being said, I would still recommend this as a worthy upgrade over previous versions. Are you going to add this release to your collection, or have you already done so? Let us know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time on Retro Reels.